What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be talking about the 6 things that I hate spending money on. For some of you who might know me in person, you may know that I am pretty frugal as a person. I don't like spending money on things that I haven't thought out or thought through. Even with drinks and food, I try to find the best value in everything before I purchase it. So I don't spend money often, and when I do, I like to make my money go as far as possible. So I'm gonna jump into it, and the first thing that I hate spending money on are drinks. Not just any drinks, but drinks when you're going out to a bar or to a club, especially if you're going out in a big city where drinks, even beers, can be upwards of $10 per drink. And if you're like some of my friends who can easily drink 7 to 10 drinks while you're going out, in addition to getting maybe bar food or an entry fee to the actual bar or club, some of my friends can spend upwards of $100 per night of going out and bar hopping. Not to mention that in New York City, when I was there, these people or these friends of mine would even go out 2 to 3 times a week. Now, I'm not saying that my friends spend $100 or more every time they go out or 2 to 3 times a week, but let's say on average they spend $50 when they go out 3 times a week. That's $150 a week or $600 a month just on going out, getting drinks, and getting bar food. For me, I hate the idea of spending $10 on a shot of tequila or a beer at a bar. I understand that they're there for the environment, the vibe, hanging out with their friends. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and drink and have a good time and bar hop with their friends, especially after that vaccine has come out, but I am saying that you could do this in a more financially conscious manner, and you can simply just pre-game. If you buy a bottle of vodka or tequila at a liquor store, it can be $20 to $30, makes it less than $1 per shot. If you can get that and just hang out at home before going out, get your drinks in, and then maybe once you're at the bar, pay for 1 or 2 drinks, you're gonna be saving yourself over $50 every time you go out. Not only will this save you money in the short term, but in the long term, you can save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year. The second thing that I hate spending money on is going out to fancy restaurants, especially if you're going out pretty often, like once per week. Now, I'm not talking about, or I'm not saying that you shouldn't go out and enjoy yourself at a fancy restaurant for a special occasion, but I'm talking about going to a mid-tier, fancy, on the borderline of being fancy restaurant every week just for the sake of going out to get food. Now, understand that most people have a weekly schedule, working a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and on Friday or Saturday night you want to go out and enjoy a nice meal either with your friends or family. But for me, you can definitely find options or restaurants that aren't as expensive, and you really don't need to spend $100 on a meal per person when you can spend $20 to $30 per person and have an equally as great of a time. I understand that some of you might have high standards when it comes to food, but just keep in mind that you don't need to be going out and getting all this high quality food every single meal. At least that's what I think personally. If I want to go out and indulge and just have a good meal, I can easily do this by going to a burger shop or some sort of Mexican food joint, get a bunch of tacos, get a great burger for $10 to $15 and have that be my treat for the week. You can definitely save up hundreds of dollars a month, if not more, depending on how often you go. Because often when you're going out to a fancy restaurant, you can see yourself, or people usually buy drinks, which includes wine and beer or cocktails, and then that adds up even more, like we explained in the first thing that I hate spending money on. Now, in the same breath, I'm going to talk about the third thing, which is dining out on fast food. Even though fast food may be a cheaper alternative to going out to a fancy restaurant, if you go out for fast food, whether it's a Chipotle or McDonald's or your Chinese takeout restaurants, you can still spend $10 to $15 per meal, and if you see yourself, or if you do this every day or even multiple times a day, $30 to $40 every day for a week and then for a month, again could add up to be hundreds of dollars. Not only are you spending a lot of money on food, but you're also hurting your health, because everyone knows fast food pretty detrimental to your health, especially if you go out and eat it on a regular basis. So what I recommend is try to go out to the grocery stores, understand what you are putting into your body, what you're consuming every day, and hey, you can learn some good cooking skills out of it as well. Now, speaking about health and developing a good healthy habits, the fourth thing that I hate spending money on would be going to fancy gyms. Now, I'm gonna say this as a caveat: if the only thing that can get you to the gym is going to a nice and fancy gym, whether it be Lifetime Fitness or Equinox if you're in New York City or one of the bigger cities, then maybe it is worth it. Maybe it is worth paying for a premium if that will get you into the gym, because at the end of the day, at least you'll be working out and living a healthy lifestyle. But if you want to work out, you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars every month in order to stay fit and live a healthy lifestyle. You can easily go to one of these gyms that is $15 to $20 a month and still get the same exact workout, still be healthy and build muscle or lose weight, whatever you want to do. You don't have to go to a fancy gym in order to do so. I know a lot of people that go to Blink Fitness that spend $15 a month and get a great workout. They are able to build muscle or lose weight, whatever they need to do. And I know plenty of people that have Equinox memberships but don't end up going. So it's not really the place you go to, but whether how dedicated and how consistent and persistent you are in going to the gym and how dedicated you are to your fitness goals. That is the fourth thing that I hate spending money on: going to a fancy gym, which can be resembled in an Equinox, where you're kind of going just for the namesake of the gym, telling people that you go to Equinox, but do you actually put in the time and effort while you're at the gym to make these gym gains? Now, the fifth thing that I hate spending money on is something a little different, and it is going to a fancy barbershop or a salon. I think I talked about this in my other video. Now, my hair grows out really quickly, so I have to go out 1 to 2 times a month to get a haircut. So if I went to one of these fancy barbershops or salons that cost $30, $40, even $50 per haircut, that can add up to quite a bit over the year, and we're talking about $500, $600. So in order to make sure that I save money in this aspect, I can go to one of the cheaper haircut places that charge you $10, $15 for a haircut. Now, for instance, I went to this barbershop in Chinatown when I was living in New York City, and I got a haircut from my guy Sean for $6. It was $8 with the wash too, and then I gave him a couple extra dollars as tips. So all in all, it was between $10 to $15, and as you can see, that's probably a third of the price if I went to another barbershop, whether it's a salon or a fancy barbershop. Instead of spending $500, $600 a year, I saw myself spending more like $200 to $300 per year. So as you can see, you can save a lot of money just on haircuts alone. Now, the sixth and final thing that I hate spending money on are lottery and scratch-off lottery tickets. I was gonna talk about getting coffee at Starbucks as my sixth topic, but I feel like this topic is over talked about. To change it up a little bit and give you something else, lottery and scratch-off tickets are something that my family buys more often than they should, and I keep telling my dad to stop buying lottery tickets. You're better off taking this money and investing it somewhere else. It would be a much better investment. Mega Millions jackpot, they always have this on the news whenever there's a new record of how much money you could win. To put it in the news, and whoever's watching will motivate them to go out there and try to win big. But the chances of you winning are so slim that you're basically just throwing money away whenever you do buy or purchase a lottery ticket. The lottery system is designed for you to lose and designed for the government to capitalize and tax whoever the winner is. Just like a casino where they're designed to win 51% of the time, which means they'll always come up on top in the long term. The same thing is with the lottery. They're designed to come up on top at the end of the day. My sister actually told me about a coworker that she has, purchases hundreds of dollars of lottery tickets per month. Those couple $100s can be so much better invested into something else, even if you're just putting it into a savings account where your money is growing at 1 to 2%, that can be so much better returns in the long term than purchasing lottery tickets. So those are the 6 things that I hate spending money on. There are so many other things that you could be buying and investing or saving rather than spending your money on these 6 things. So just want to recap real quick. Number 1, spending money on drinks when you're going out to a bar or restaurant. Number 2, going out to fancy restaurants. Number 3 would be fast food and getting fast food every single day. You can definitely go to a grocery store, save a lot more, and also eat a lot healthier. Now, number 4 is going to a fancy gym. Number 5 is going to a fancy barbershop or a salon for haircuts. And the number 6 are scratch off and lottery tickets. These are some ideas of where you can cut back on and lower your monthly spending, so either you can hit your savings or investment goals in the future. So hopefully that helped you. Let me know in the comment section below what you hate spending your money on, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.